I'm sorry guys, today we are late. We have a Q&A session. Also, it's so what was our yesterday's discussion? Call versus apply versus bind. Okay. So what all we discussed? Closures, callbacks, promises, prototypes, inheritance, ifs, immediate functions, arrow functions, call, bind, apply. We discussed about the local, global, block level scope. We discussed about the function chainings. What else? All that. Yes. Okay. So we're almost done with the concepts of JavaScript and ES6. Now let us move to the concepts of slowly towards the TypeScript. Me నేర్చుకున్న 2004 ఆ టైప్ అవసరం లేదు. Okay. So now we will understand the concepts of TypeScript. So what is this TypeScript? ఇంకో ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ లాంగ్వేజ్ అది కూడా like JavaScript. So the beauty of TypeScript is, don't write anything, I'm just explaining you. Simple, and the TypeScript is very simple. Whatever you are learned in JavaScript, 100% valid in TypeScript. That means TypeScript equal to exactly JavaScript plus few additional features. TypeScript exactly equal to JavaScript. Okay, plus few additional features. Okay, Nandi? So I don't want you to by heart the TypeScript, point number one. Don't by heart the TypeScript. Try to analyze it. Question number one. Till date, ever we declared the type of the data. We were using the var keyword, variable name. Ever we given the type of the data equal to string, boolean, integer, array, ever we given like that? No, we never given that particular convention. That means we never specified the type of the data. Whereas in the TypeScript, you can specify or you ignore. It's up to you. But what TypeScript says is, it is recommended to specify the type of data. What TypeScript says? It is recommended to specify the data type. That's what asks. Otherwise, TypeScript equal to JavaScript. This particular statement, JavaScript equal to TypeScript holds good. Now, how will we specify the data type? Okay, very simple and var variable name colon data type. For example, spelling mistake. I am using an editor called Visual Studio Code, which is a free editor. You can try this editor. I will write some code. Try to understand what it is. Where username equals Kiran. What kind of data type it is? Wow. Awesome. Now, I would like to specify the data type in TypeScript. How will I specify? Colon. That's it, Andy. Almost TypeScript over. Where username colon string equals Kiran. That means now I cannot assign anything to the Kiran. I mean anything to the username. I can only assign a string. If I am assigning anything incorrect, it is going to slap me, Kiran, you are doing wrong thing by throwing an error message. Watch. Are you finding the red wave floating under the username? Keep the cursor there. It will tell you what is the mistake. What is the mistake you are doing? What is your mistake? Type 100 is not assignable to string. 100 is what? An integer or a number. Very simple or not? Rest of the things, whatever you have learned in ES6, 100% holds good here. Except the specification of data type. Okay, now if I say any, what does this any? What does that mean? You can add anything. That means we're going back to the JavaScript based programming. Simple or complex? Functions, same. Variable declarations, same. Everything same. Only change that you will find is this colon of data type. Rest all same. Okay. Why? What is the advantage of going with this kind of programming technique? What is the advantage of going with TypeScript? If everything is same, why should I go with the TypeScript? Please note down advantages of TypeScript. First one, TypeScript is a scripting language which is a superset of JavaScript. It has all the features. It has all the features of JavaScript plus few additional features as well. Programming in TypeScript. Programming in TypeScript closely resembles the programming in .NET or C#, you can say programming in C# or Java or PHP. So, ఎవరైనా PHP developer కానీ C# developer కానీ .NET developer కానీ ఉంటే they can easily understand the programming in TypeScript. Clear? Any developer coming from a .NET background, C# background, Java background, VB.NET background, వీళ్ళ నుంచి డెవలపర్స్ JavaScript అర్థం చేసుకోవడం కష్టంగా ఫీల్ అవుతుంది. The developers coming from a background of Java.NET, they feel odd when they are working with the JavaScript. So Microsoft came up with the concept of TypeScript. Okay. Now, next point that you need to understand is TypeScript will be compiled to JavaScript again. TypeScript మళ్ళీ కంపైల్ అయ్యి ఫైనల్ అవుట్పుట్ ఏమొస్తుందండి? JavaScript వస్తుంది. క్లియర్? So at the end of the day, the output is always JavaScript. There will be a compiler which compiles the TypeScript code, converts the TypeScript code to JavaScript. Okay. There will be a compiler that compiles the TypeScript code and gives you JavaScript as output. And gives you JavaScript as output. Okay. So shall we see how to install the compiler? Please note down. Installing TypeScript compiler. Installing TypeScript compiler. Step 1. Install Node.js. Step 1 is install Node.js. Step 2. Open the Node.js command prompt. Open the Node.js command prompt and run the following command. Everything in small cases. This particular command you need to run in the which command prompt? Node.js command prompt. As an administrator, be an administrator. Look at this. Right click. Node.js command prompt came here or not? Run as administrator. Yes. So you will be opening a command prompt, which is a Node.js command prompt. Simply say npm space install space -g global installation tsc. Wait. -g TypeScript. Sorry. npm install -g TypeScript. It will take a second time to install it. Enter. Enter, please backspace. So done. You got it? If you want, you can take a snapshot. Okay. Now, what it is giving you? It is giving you the TypeScript 2.8.3. That means your system got installed with the TypeScript. Clear? Is it a complex step? Okay. Please note down. To verify the version of the TypeScript, please run the command tsc, everything in small, tsc space -v. Enter. What is the command? tsc space -v. It will give you the version of the TypeScript. Am I clear? Any doubts? Okay. Now we install the TypeScript. Shall we write simple programs in TypeScript? Okay. Already we wrote a very simple program. So TypeScript files will be having an extension of what? .ts. Okay. So let me open the command prompt in this particular folder. Where my command prompt is opened? TypeScript basics. In this particular folder, I have a file called app.ts, isn't it? Watch carefully what will happen. TSC space file name. So what does that mean? You are passing app.ts file to the TypeScript compiler. So we are passing a file to the compiler. What compiler will do? Compiler will take the particular file and then it is going to compile the file. What is the output? You will get a JS file as an output. Sorry. So app.ts not found. Are you finding it? The compilation went successfully. Now you will be finding one more file in your folder, app.js. This is app.ts, JS version and TS version. Shall we see the JS version of it? Wow. Is it what our lovely JavaScript is? The day one's JavaScript? Or is it anyway different? Same or different? Same. Everything same only. Only you need to specify the colon data type. Rest all remains same. How will you write a function in the JavaScript? Function name, right? Let me write the function here. Okay. Anything changed? Shall we recompile? Not here. Here, right? I'm recompiling it. Done. Let us see the JS. Simple JavaScript or not? So, is there any difference ideally? No. Then why should I go for it? If there is no difference, then why should I go for it? Remember one thing. It is always a good practice to know what is our input, what is our output. In the JavaScript, it is really difficult to specify the type of our data. Here, you have that luxury. Agree or not? You have the luxury of specifying the type of your data, which itself is the biggest advantage. Sometimes I may give an arrayness data as an input. This guy will warn me. TypeScript will give me a warning. Whereas JavaScript will not give the warning. JavaScript is what we call it as untyped language. Automatically it will take whatever you give, it will take. Right or not? If I say username equal to Kiran and then later I will change username equal to false, it will take. JavaScript is such kind of a beautiful language. It can take everything. So it will not give you any errors. It will give you a state where you will not be finding any error, but code will not be executed. Whereas TypeScript will at least warn you, boss, you are doing some mistake. Please come out of it. You are not supposed to assign a list to a string. You are not supposed to assign it to a something else. So at least it will warn you. Let me show the warning now. Let me delete it. Okay. I wrote this code. Assume you overlooked this. Assume you overlooked this. It is throwing you an error or not? It will compile. It will not stop compiling. It will still compile, but it will clearly throw you an error saying you are doing an incorrect practice. At least by looking at the errors, if not you, your lead will scold you. Agree or not? మీరు ignore చేసినా, you will be caught by looking at this particular error log. Okay, this is one thing. Now, let us see the biggest advantage of going for the TypeScript. Shall we see that? Please note down. TypeScript allows us a complete object-oriented, not complete. TypeScript allows you to write more object-oriented programming. Okay, it will allow you to write more object-oriented programming. So let us see how to write object-oriented programming in TypeScript. Shall we? Variable declarations, everything remains same. The arrow operator remains same. The promises remain same. Everything remains same. But TypeScript will enable you to go with the object-oriented programming concepts. Okay. So shall we see that? First question. How will you write a class in any of the programming languages you are aware of? Class name, open and close the curly brackets. Everybody accepts that or no? Okay. Shall I create a class here? Class, I said user. Yes. Any complexity in understanding the concept of a class to anyone? No doubts in any class writing low. No doubts? Okay. Class ki private members, public members untara? A class can have a public member as well as a private member. Can we create a public member? So I'm saying public first name type string, public last name type string. So what are the public properties of the class? First name and last name. Class can have the private properties or not? Private Now, are you finding any difficulty in understanding the signature of the class? Class, public properties, class, private properties. Okay. Now, every class can have a constructor or not. In general programming languages, the constructor will be the class name. In regular programming languages, Whereas in year 6, how it is? In the year 6, how you define a class? Class name, and then how will you define a constructor? With a constructor keyword. So here also you have a constructor. That's it. So this is a class which has a constructor, which has public members, and which has private members. ఈ క్లాస్ డెఫినేషన్ లో ఎవరికైనా ఏదైనా డౌట్ ఉంటే ఫీల్ ఫ్రీ టు ఆస్క్.
Can we access public strings outside the class?
That's what the purpose of creating the public strings, public properties. The public properties are meant to access in the instances or chains. Okay.
Like global and local.
See, these guys did not came from somewhere, the same concept, global and local. Okay, can I compile this class? Can I compile this class to JavaScript? Compile. Let me. Oh. Now tell me, what are all the concepts that we learned are you finding here? Good question. Huh? So you are finding immediate function, point number 1. Next, function returned as a parameter. Which one? Function returning another function. Which concept it is? Function chaining. I think there is a closure concept also we discussed, if I am not wrong. Closure, outer function, inner function. Do you remember? So, which one looks simple now? The question is, which one is looking simple? This one, right? Which one looks simple? JavaScript. See how simple the things are. User class, you wrote a function. Inside that you write another function, and then, oh, what happened to our variables, guys? What happened to our variables? We have public variable, private variable, this variable, that variable we created, right? What happened to those? A bit louder, please. Okay. So variables will come into the picture if you instantiate the class. The class instantiate చేయకుండా variables అనేవి useless. So can we instantiate the class? Now in line number 10, what am I doing? What am I doing in line number 10? We are creating the object for which class? User class. Now observe the output. Any change? No change, isn't it? Watch again. Kiran dot. No, I will not write it here. I am writing in the JS code. Kiran dot first name. What is this Kiran dot first name? Nothing. Okay, so now I have two public properties where object dot first name and last name. Any change? Same code, everything remains same. Now, this is okay. Looking better, simple. And my private variable is Aadhaar. So I'm assigning some private variable here. This dot, whenever you are inside the class, this keyword will always refers to that particular class only. So this can access all three variables, public, private, as well as the things. Oh, what is the error? Why is the error? I'm assigning number only. Oh, okay. Is it okay now? Okay. So any change in the code? There is no change. So do you understand how a simple class is getting created? Which one looks better, JavaScript or the TypeScript? Was this is totally unfair. You have learned JavaScript for almost 15 days. The moment a new guy came, you are throwing the JavaScript out and saying TypeScript is good. This is totally unfair. In React, we will use JavaScript only. We will not use the TypeScript. React is more favorable towards the JavaScript. React and the Vue.js, they are more inclined towards the plain JavaScript. Angular is lazy like me, makes the developers very lazy. Okay, so app.js and app.ts got created. Now, what is the concept of inheritance? What? So in a inheritance, you will be having a parent class inherited to child class. In ES6, how will you inherit a parent and child? Which keyword? Forgot. Extends, right. So here also the same thing. As I told you, it's equal. Now going to the class, when you have parent and child relationship, inside the child class constructor, what is the first line of code you need to write? What is the keyword? I think we discussed in ES6. Did we or didn't we? Super. Yes. Until and unless you write the super, everything is in red there, isn't it? You know, if you don't write, it will cry like anything. See. What is it saying? Constructor for derived classes must contain a super call. So if you're planning to do some mistake, you will be caught. Clearly, it is saying, boss, first liner must be a super. Add the super. Done. Save it. Now, what is EMP equal to new employee? What does it is? It is an object. EMP object for the employee. Save it. And now, now I will agree with you. TypeScript is very simple because someone may ask me explain this code. No, TypeScript is very simple. Okay. I'm with you on. TypeScript is simple. I can explain this piece of code. See how big the code is. If I want to achieve the concepts of inheritance, it takes me just to write the code. Clear? So, we'll go for TypeScript only, no JavaScript. So, is it simple or difficult TypeScript? Easy only, right? We will see in TypeScript, you have the class inheritance, class user, class employee extends user, one concept, inheritance concept. That's all remains same. The next concept is you can have the interfaces also. What is an interface? Anyone? Interface is a, what you say, I don't know. Okay. Interfaces, we call them as contracts, where it contains the signatures of the methods or the members. Actual implementation will be taken care by the class. Okay. In TypeScript, you have the concept of interfaces. Interface concept in the TypeScript. You will define the interface and then you will implement the interface. Okay. We will see how will we define the interface and how will we implement the interface probably in the next session. Okay. So interface implementations, class extends, these are all the basic things. Once we are done with this, we can jump on to the Bootstrap, then Angular. Okay. So plan for your daily practice sessions, daily in red. Okay. Don't come at the end of the session. In the first session, I missed something. Okay. So it's a very, very harsh to say, but you have to practice daily if you want to really learn Angular. Without that, even if you missed a day practice, next day will be nightmare for you. I'm clearly giving you a heads up. If you're missing one day, next day again the session happens, right? You will fight like anything. So don't miss the day's practice. Okay. Already we have folks here who are not practicing it. So for them and for you as well. Okay. Please practice it at least from now. Thank you. Thank you all. And guys, we are starting React.js from tomorrow.